Selena was almost eaten by Irithel's tiger. And she died from Alice's high heels. Continue watching to find out how it all happened.
The tea is still brewing. Here's part 4 of debunking these famous content creators who won't stop attacking me. And of course, after I exposed Lloyd for his fake lore content, he immediately changed his name and profile picture.
Call me Selena from now on.
And I thought his obsession with me would finally end. But turns out, it's only gotten worse.
BelieveInAlice on top.
Then I'm her bottom. I hope she so hard. Come here, you.
He drags BelieveInAlice off the porch.
I've lost count of how many posts he's made against me, but I'm guessing it's nearly 100 by now. And before we start the debunking, let's first dive into Selena's tinted mirage so you can witness how hilarious it is. And right after that, I'll slam their fake claims all at once. Alice kidnapped Selena and dragged her to the abyss. Instead of being eaten by the abyssal devil, Selena absorbed his power and was reborn as the abyssal witch. And Selena beheaded all the demons surrounding her with just one move. That's how powerful she is.
Holy! That power of hers, it's insane!
Even Alucard can't help but exclaim in surprise. The others were as shocked as he is too. Moments later, a dark wave energy hit Selena that made her struggle to catch her breath.
I smell blood. Are you a blood demon, perhaps?
Not bad, girl. Now, come with me.
And if I had something else in mind?
A sinister smile forms on Alice's face.
What a coincidence, I had something else in mind too.
Alice pierces straight right through Selena's abdomen, then pushes her onto the ground with her high heel.
Heavens! Selena, she...
Dead. From one fatal blow.
So for you to understand what happened, Akashic and his friends went back to the past to fix the distortions or things that weren't supposed to happen, and the unknown energy that forced Alice to kill Selena is one of them. So Akashic needed to reverse time.
What happened? Has she come back to life?
We cannot allow such a mistake to occur again. From now on, it is imperative we prevent Selena's death.
Alice. Wait, weren't you the one who dragged me into this place? Damn it, I should have killed you the moment I set eyes on you.
Selena girl is too confident. She has no idea she has just been revived. And even though Alice could kill Selena in one fatal blow as you witnessed, she never wanted to. That unknown energy forced her to do it.
Calm yourself, girl. We're all servants before the Lord of Abyss, so strictly speaking, that makes us allies.
Hi there, you huge lump.
The Abyss has no place for weaklings. Let me see your strength for myself.
The only reason why Selena wasn't destroyed by the abyssal devil was because of Shar, a dark goddess, who's hiding inside her body, which means Shar could also control Selena.
Damn it all. I had wondered why the abyssal devil hadn't devoured her. So Shar hid part of her consciousness within the girl's body.
A queen should have a throne to sit upon with an elegant grace. I think that will be my first order for my demonic minions.
I look forward to seeing what you have planned, girl. I mean, abyssal witch Selena.
Alice doesn't even bother calling her queen because she will never acknowledge her as such. Alice is already the queen of many things she earned herself.
Things are growing dull once more. The queen can't be bothered to meet this lord of whatever. What else can I do instead?
Oh, girls craving for a fight, huh? Alice told Selena there's a war raging between the elves and the orcs. They decided to go, but Shar instructed Alice to protect Selena. Alice pulled Selena with her as she flew into the air. From above, they witnessed the distant battle between the orcs and elves until Irithel arrived, and...
Apart from your rancid odor, the stench of the dark elves also lingers upon your person. Who are you? So, we meet. I am Selena, the abyssal witch.
Leo lunges at Selena and pins her to the ground. But luckily, Leo didn't eat her. As soon as Alice is about to attack, it leaps back to Irithel, allowing her to ride on his back, and they escape into the trees.
Ah, they got away.
Laugh all you like. It's the first time I've seen such a large tiger. This is the Temple of the Moon.
The beam of light shines right through the Temple of the Moon. Is this Gavanna, the moon goddess? Yet something's not right here. What happened?
My fingers.
The moonbeam singes Selena's fingers as she tried to touch it.
Go to hell, Gavanna.
Selena went to the Tree of Life because she knew Gavanna would be there. They exchanged conversations while Alice eavesdropped at the back.
Such arrogance, girl. What do you hope to achieve?
Show me your divinity. The land of dawn has no need for you, nor your intervention.
Insolence! Do you know you're speaking to?
Gavanna's expression is every bit as terrifying as Char's. I can't move. Is this her divine power?
So that's the receipt Lloyd and Chevrolet were trying to show as proof that Gavanna defeated Alice, even though there was no interaction between them. And she is a freaking god. They never even mentioned that even Selena couldn't move to, and that Alice had to pull Selena by her arm to save her. These two content creators concealed these things, but I'm here to show them all to you. Watch.
I should have known. You restrained the light's assimilation in the Temple of the Moon. Only she could do such thing. Enough hiding, Char, show yourself!
The abyssal devil drops from Selena's shoulder, and black smoke comes out of her body, forming into a girl named Char.
I thought you wished never to see me, sister.
The crushing aura of power that blasts forth from them leaves Selena and Alice unable to move a muscle. See that?
Gavanna's sister? The goddess of the moon, mistress of night. I see.
Imagine you're just in the background, eavesdropping, not involved at all, yet a content creator posts a lie saying you were defeated when you're not even trying to fight. Unlike Selena, who is about to die again.
You think I'll let you just do as you please? An enemy of the elves is enemy of mine, and enemies must be destroyed.
Over here, what are you staring about for?
Gavanna failed to hit Alice with her magic attack, and Alice went to Selena to pull her by the arm and save her. They headed to the battleground, and the war was raging like a burning fire. When King Estes saw them, he descended from the battlefield, staring at Selena and Alice with disgust.
Ah, the wretched elf king has arrived. Estes, you can wipe that look off your face.
Watch it, Selena. His power is different from before. Gavanna's presence seemed to have had some kind of effect upon him.
I care not. I'll teach him a lesson, along with Gavanna and all those other fools.
You lawless creatures! Begone, you heretics!
Alice and Selena battled against Estes and managed to beat him. And for reasons unknown, Estes commanded his moon elves to retreat. Selena pursued them but was held back by Alice.
Enough is enough, Selena. This could very well be a trap to lure us in.
Disregarding Alice's words, Selena leaps into the trees to go back to the Tree of Life, where the two goddesses were fighting.
Char, you're wounded.
Let this be your final warning, Char. Return whence you came from. You cannot win.
So will it really end like this? You're too easy to fool. You think I don't know all that? That's precisely why I need this vessel.
Char transformed to a black smoke and went into Selena's mouth.
Char, you've chosen the wrong plaything this time. Moon elf blood still flows in her veins. I can command her every move.
The two gods clashed inside Selena's body. She flashes bright, then fades into darkness, seeming like she could rip apart at any moment.
Damn it! She'll die at this rate! We must do something!
There's no time. The twin goddess's power is too great, and there's already nothing we can do to stop it.
You mean, we need to travel through time again?
Yes, or would you rather wait instead and watch Selena's grisly demise?
Don't say such horrific things, Akashic. How far back are we going?
Return to 2 hours ago, when Selena had just split from Alice.
Girls should have known better than to split from Alice. The biggest con Chevrolet and Lloyd pulled was that Selena defeated the twin goddesses. Whereas in fact, the twin goddesses actually killed her. And the Abyssal, which could never match them without the help of Akashic and his friends. That's the truth.
The Abyssal Witch itself can turn Alice to shreds and knocked her down with one move.
Really? But have you actually read the whole thing?
You're irritating me, Batwoman. I suppose you have no problem with me ripping you to shreds.
You're quite the fighter for one with such a cute face.
They exchanged blows of magic, and soon after, Alice grew tired.
Enough. I've had my fun.
A scarlet blur whooshes past Selena, too fast for her to even react. Before she can even process what's happening, there's a gaping hole in Selena's abdomen, and blood was gushing out heavily.
Let's turn back time a little farther.
Alice killed Selena twice, and Akashic had to reverse time 3 times just to save her life. After Selena was revived, Shark came out from her body to power her up.
It burns with a searing heat, and yet, I've never felt such an unbridled power. Almost there, I just need more power. I must absorb more.
Moments later, she ran into Alice again, feeling a sense of deja vu.
Enough games. It's time this was brought to an end.
Alice darts before Selena at breakneck speed, snatching at her neck.
What do you think will happen if I exert a little more pressure, huh?
Selena, now blazing with a veritable tsunami of arcane power, made Alice sent smashing down upon the rocks below with a scream.
You brought this upon yourself, Batwoman.
Without Char and the Abyssal Devil, Selena is a nobody. The power isn't hers, both entities have their own minds. She's just a vessel, and Char is the reason she was chosen by the Abyss, not because she's special. But we could say, she became special because of Char. Unlike Alice, who was already a queen, and was able to put King Estes into a coma for so long even before being recognized by the Lord of the Abyss. It's time for debunking.
Debunking Alice Glazers, Part 13.
Just your intro, Lloyd, is already false. That isn't Part 13, it's more like Part 90. And that includes all the stories you posted against me almost every day.
The debunk today is about Selena died because of Alice. I received lots of hate in my message requests since BelieveInAlice created a debunk video and used my old content to defame me to her viewers. I want to congratulate you, BelieveInAlice, because you ruined me here in TikTok.
Squeeze me? Oh no, you did.
First of all, the drama started between me and Chevrolet, and out of nowhere, you jumped in and attacked me with 25 posts in the first week. You wanted my attention, so I gave it to you once. Just once, in my debunked Part 3, while you made 100 against me. It's not my fault all your videos flopped, while just one of mine was enough to tear you down. And remember when I dropped a teaser for my debunked Part 3? Weren't you so excited that you even posted it?
Finally, I can feel the true battle. I can't wait. It is true that Selena died because of Alice. But the thing that they didn't understand is that was just a distortion. It's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to happen, but it happened. That's why Akashic and his friends needed to travel through time to fix it, and save Selena. Again, and again.
Greetings, everyone! Since many of you have been asking my response to BelieveInAlice, here it is.
So long story short, she tackled the same point with Lloyd about the distortion, whining about how Alice killing the newborn Selena was unfair, and accusing me of.
And since he couldn't accept the truth that it was just a distortion.
Girls acting like she knows my emotions better than I do. Where'd you even get that, huh? And correction, it's not just a distortion. It is a distortion. It's a serious threat to the flow of time, and unlike your delusions, not everything happening in it is fake or imaginary. So Alice killing Selena was very real. Otherwise, Akashic wouldn't go back through time to fix it. And why would you think it's unfair? Alice never wanted to kill her even if she could. And Selena might have just been reborn, but she is already the almighty Abyssal Witch, with the protection of the goddess Char.
The newborn demon killed numerous cultists in one casual move.
See that? Even Lloyd's very proud over her rebirth to the point that he even compared her to Alice. Watch this.
Alucard be like,
I fear no demon.
And on Alice he be like,
Blood demon. You hadn't expected we would approach from the sea now, had you? That's the all-wise Akashic for you.
But on Selena, he be like,
Holy! That power of hers, it's insane!
But we all know what happened right after Alucard said that about Selena. Girl met her end under Alice's heels. But of course, Lloyd would conceal that part. And this is how they trick their fans. But if I were to make my own version of that, it would be like this. Alucard on Alice be like,
Die, you blood demon!
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands,
You can
we play
try,
receipts. Karma, she's
but
my
you'll
best
never
friend.
succeed.
One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be
She's
taking
too
up 6
strong.
feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out.
Is this all you've got, Alucard? You totally bore me. Is this a joke?
Selena is more powerful than Alice, narrated by the lore writer itself.
Let's read the highlighted words. Even the Blood Queen may not be a match for her when she eventually merges with the power of the Abyss. Keywords, may not be. The sentence indicates uncertainty. And while it is possible Selena could become more powerful than Alice after merging with the power of the Abyss, it is not guaranteed. It only suggests that the Blood Queen is indeed very powerful and superior to be compared to the Abyssal Witch, not to mention, she's smart and doesn't have Selena's reckless stupidity.
Gosh, so many Alice Glazers have no reading comprehension.
That's pretty normal if you're an Alice Glazier.
But thanks to the evidence you provided, you just exposed your friend Chevrolet as, indeed, a fraud.
How dare you, Lloyd?
Now, you two are clearly not aligning anymore. Let's go back to Chevrolet's ranking of demons. Above Alice we have Carmilla and Sicilian. I don't want to get into this again since I covered it in part 3, but since you posted me a few days ago, I'll make it quick and easy for you to understand.
Let's play Real or Farcare. Or Farcare.
Nope, they were running in terror from Alice. Sicilian and Carmilla kept heading north after leaving the Castle Aberline. Chasing after them were the blood demons and the pursuers from the Castle Aberline. Alice, who have deemed Sicilian and his people as traitors, went after Sicilian herself. Alice landed scornfully whereas Sicilian fell heavily on the ground. Blood oozed slowly from Sicilian's mouth. He was severely wounded, unable to fight anymore. One hit. That's all it took for Alice to leave Sicilian nearly dead. How powerful could that landing be? And you think I'm lying when I say they ran in terror? Come on. Alice might have teleported away after Carmilla unleashed all her power, but the fact is Alice remained untouchable. Carmilla's magic never touched a strand of her hair, just like Farce's and Julian's, and protagonists always have to either kill the villains or if they can't, at least drive them away to make the story worth watching. In Alice's case, no one in the Land of Dawn could kill her, thanks to her teleportation ability. Teleportation is often associated with exceptional powers in fictional contexts, and even though Carmilla and Sicilian are blood demons like Alice, they cannot teleport like she can. That's why they struggled to escape from the pursuers after that, and Sicilian just accepted his fate.
No, this time I would never leave you behind.
Sicilian pressed Carmilla into his chest and grabbed his wand tightly. He had prepared to embrace the end of his life. Lucky for him, Gushin showed up to save his and you have the audacity to rank them above their queen. Just shows how much of a fraud you are. Alice would have wiped out those human pursuers so easily and wouldn't have waited for a savior.
You mean her best art is retreating because she's in the brink of defeat?
Actually, it's a strategic withdrawal. She knows when to step back and let her enemies walk into their own downfall. And the best part about her is she's not just all power, she's also brains. Look at Selena, a very powerful being who can make you headless in one casual move. But what happened? She died 3 times, not due to inexperience with her power, but because she couldn't think as wisely as Alice. Not to mention, she nearly perished again after getting clocked by Aldous. Power without knowledge is a weapon in the hands of a fool. But let's ask AI its opinion about retreating.
Retreating isn't a defeat. It's a smart move to avoid unnecessary losses and regroup effectively.
If I was on BelieveInAlice's house, I would her and her.
Hi!
But fine, since some of you are so desperate to see Alice beaten, I'll tell you about a time when she was defeated by a duo. Not that vampire couple who couldn't even touch a strand of her hair, but best friends. Guess who? The most brilliant astrologer Esmeralda and her best friend Jeria.
Esmeralda heavily beat Alice after she tried to trick her, and Jeria.
False news again. Alice was not heavily beaten by Esmeralda. She was defeated by the combined forces of Esmeralda and Jeria. The whole heavily beaten thing. Never happened. Chevrolet loves twisting the story to make Alice look weak. Let's read the receipts. Esmeralda and Jeria defeat Alice together, but Alice still doesn't want to hand over the Twilight Orb.
The Twilight Orb will become dormant again once it is used. I won't be able to find my brother if you use it to open the Star Moon casket.
If my memory is correct, you said you wanted the Twilight Orb for the Abyss.
Astrologer, you're very smart. Alright, you can have the Twilight Orb.
Was defeated by the combined forces of two powerful people, but not heavily beaten like Chevrolet claimed. And you know what else they're trying to hide? If it weren't for Alice, the two of them wouldn't be alive. Yes, you heard it right. Alice saved their lives not just once but twice. As Jeria observed the murals in the labyrinth and reached out to one of them, a hand came out of the wall, trying to drag her into the mural. Esmeralda knocked back the monster from the mural, but it was still gripping Jeria's hand. Jeria was about to be dragged inside the stone wall when magic suddenly pulled her away from the mural.
You're lucky I came in time. Otherwise, this young lady would be devoured by the spell.
If it weren't for her, we would have been pulled into the mural by now.
Thank you for saving me and my sister. May I ask your name?
I'm Alice from the Abyss.
So, that was the first time Alice saved their life. The second time, she didn't intend to do it, but it still saved them. The moment when Esmeralda and Jeria took the Twilight Orb off from the shrine, the stone statue at the entrance suddenly awakened and launched an attack at them.
You took the Twilight Orb from the shrine, so it'll only attack you. Toss the orb to me and try to lose it.
Even if the three of them worked together, they wouldn't be able to defeat the statue. It was too powerful and had been there since the labyrinth was built. Alice took away the Twilight Orb, and without the power of the orb, the statue was defeated by Esmeralda and Jeria instead. The two could have died if Alice hadn't taken the Twilight Orb, as it was its source of power.
Can they defeat Alice alone? Or do they have to be together to beat her?
Esmeralda can beat her alone.
She couldn't even save her best friend from the mural, but Alice did it effortlessly.
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down.
Let's move on to the most controversial topic in our debunking: how Alice destroyed the world. Something Chevrolet and Lloyd just couldn't handle.
The fact that there's so many people believing him.
That's just how it is at first. I was like that too before. Fake news always spreads like wildfire.
Really, Lloyd? Is this how you fooled 70,000 people into believing Lunox saved the world?
Everyone trying to destroy Lunox's world. Meanwhile, our goddess Lunox.
You should have exposed the truth, Lloyd. But if you did, you think you wouldn't be trending because fake news spreads like wildfire, right? The truth is, Lunox couldn't do anything to save that world.
But if there's such a thing as miracles, I really can't do it?
Imagine creating the Crimson Star, but she's the first one who died in that moment with Lunox and others.
What?
Everyone gathers around, raising their weapons against the Blood Queen.
I knew we'd be in a battle of life and death eventually. Take command one last time. Let's fight to keep the flame of humanity burning.
As usual, it's everyone against the Blood Queen alone. Layla called this a battle of life and death.
God damn it all, Tigreal. This is all futile, and you know it.
Target locked. Open fire.
Moments later, Alice struggled for a brief moment and fell into the ground, injuring herself, with her blood being absorbed by the Crimson Star above. Then the scene quickly switched to the commander retrieving the Twilight Orb and heading towards the portal, where Lunox would send him. So where did you get the information that Alice died? Her blood from the injury was being absorbed above, just like everything else. Even the commander was sent floating into the air. Everything was slowly absorbed by the Crimson Star, as you can very well see. However, Lloyd, thinking he has the best reading comprehension, mistook it for death, forgetting Alice can even teleport. And here's another solid proof that the world was really destroyed. Aside from Lunox saying this to the commander.
I hope you always remember everything that's happened in this world.
The next chapter after that was titled A New World, where the commander was finally sent back to the past. It makes sense because messing with the past can totally reshuffle things. Some might never exist, and the dead might even get a second chance. It's a whole new world. Also because in the timeline he came from, the world had already been shattered into destruction.
Who destroyed the land of Dawn? Is it Alice? No, it's the Abyss.
Go bestie! Fight for us!
So Chevrolet was basing this on a different point of view in the story, which is Nathan's.
That day, the Abyss had its filthy hands on all the shards of the Twilight Orb. Calamities befell the world.
So the Crimson Star might have been created from all the shards of the Twilight Orb, but how did they end up in the hands of the Abyss? It's because of Queen Alice. Why? Because the Lord of Abyss was dead, and Tigreal even thought Alice was doing this to revive him. Look.
Alice, have you truly lost it? This won't revive the Lord of the Abyss.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Tigreal. I have no interest in such matters. I do this for revenge.
But why wasn't it Selena? Well, she was never mentioned in the chapter as if she didn't exist. Maybe she's dead just like the Lord of Abyss. Who knows, this could be a reason why Akashic was trying so hard to revive Selena in the past. I mean, the story is still incomplete, so we'll find it out soon. How about Thomas? Please. He barely mattered in the chapter. Even you said it yourself.
And for those people wondering why we are only seeing Alice, it's because she's chasing Lunox and the group. But if you read carefully, you'll find Thomas and the forces of the Abyss wreaking havoc in the story.
Really?
Girl just admitted Thomas was on the same level as the other demons for not having a crucial role in the story. But seriously, why Alice? It's because in Alice's Tinted Mirage, she was invited by the Lord of the Abyss to destroy the world. Not Thomas, not Dirith, nor Selena. Queen Alice led the forces of the Abyss.
But what's all this for?
This is an invitation. The Lord of Abyss invites you to work toward our common goal, to destroy the world and return to nothingness.
Alice sat alone in the castle for a long, long time and murmured to herself.
Decide the end of this world. It's worth a shot, I guess.
Another lie Chevrolet spread was that Alice feared Thomas, which isn't true at all.
Sometimes I tell myself, perhaps life would be easier if I were all bronze and no brains like you.
That's some pathetic storytelling, Chevrolet.
Excuse me?
Well, guess what? I've got the perfect proof to finally crush the Alice Glazers once and for all. Alice Glazers say she is unstoppable, but this child stopped her.
Poor queen.
The strongest form of Alice, the Demon Lord.
You ain't. Although there's something I'd like to correct. Ackley's Alice Legend skin isn't a Demon Lord.
Thank you for correcting me. I misunderstood her lore. Now I know who's the one who's talking to Alice in the void. It's the true Demon Lord.
You're very welcome.
I heard you're creating another debunk video, Believe in Alice. Make sure it doesn't have holes because we know all lores in ML, eh?
Honestly, with everything I've seen from you, Lloyd, I'd be shocked if you actually understood even one chapter of the lore. This child, Nami, Princess of Hanayan Kingdom, didn't stop Alice. But just like Alice, Nami was mad at the world and wanted to destroy it. She may be a princess, but no one treated her as such. She had to sneak into the kitchen to steal food because they'd rather starve her. Not to mention, they even killed her mother. So she used an incantation to summon the Demon Lord, but instead, the Demon Lord sent Alice to her world.
You shall return when the kid's wish is fulfilled.
Who dares to play tricks on me?
Alice's gaze wandered to the streets and noticed they were similar yet distinctly different from her world.
Hey, I told you to see for yourself, not to stroll around for everyone to see you!
When Alice grabbed Nami by the collar and lifted her up to eye level, she found herself feeling pity as she looked into her eyes. Tossing Nami to the ground, Alice turned her back on her.
Alright, spill it. What's your wish?
I want to destroy this world! I want these people to suffer!
Having no magic, and unable to fulfill Nami's wish, Alice used her wits to trick the child into changing her wish. She caught fish and even cooked for her.
Are you hungry? Let's have some roasted fish.
Well, that's nice of you. Normally, I have to sneak into the castle's kitchen to steal food. They'd rather see me starve.
For a few days, they stayed together while Alice cared for the little girl.
This is the first time someone has genuinely cared about me. And it's even the legendary evil Demon Lord. The Demon Lord even made delicious food for me and took care of me when I was sick.
The next day, Naomi was ready to change her wish.
As a powerful Demon Lord like you must have a lot of important things in your plate, so I won't bother you anymore.
Naomi looked at Alice with a serious expression, pausing for a moment.
My wish this time is for you to return to your world.
When Alice felt herself being pulled by a potent force toward an unknown destination, she saw Naomi's radiant smile waving a hand at her. Alice wanted to say something, but she hesitated.
Farewell, Demon Lord. When I grow up, I'll summon you again. Then we'll see each other once more.
Wait.
Amidst a flash of light, Alice found herself back in her world. However, she felt something that she wasn't used to. A heavy sense of worry and sadness. So that's their story. And of course, those two content creators would do anything to twist it to make it seem like the kid stopped her, when in fact, the kid desperately needed her help. And it wasn't the kid who trapped her in that world, but the Demon Lord, who chose Alice for a reason. Even though she was completely mortal and had no magic in that world, she still had her greatest power. Her mind. That's what she used to win.
It's really funny how these Alice Glazers would try to find a way to defend their claims. It's like they're defending their failed thesis paper.
Alice haters still hold two things against her. Her dying in a volcano, and Cluster being able to clone her, which are both very weak arguments. Why? First off, Alice's death in the other universe was an accident, and it was her own fault.
It's true! She's planning to erupt the volcano!
Layla turned to run, but Akashic laughed softly and stopped her, as he already knew Alice's destiny that day.
Many lives have been claimed by this volcano. Within its core lies a dark secret. Are you aware, Alice?
What are you babbling, huh?
Alice cried out in shock as she discovered her hand sunking into the stone wall. The volcano swallowed her up, and that's how she died in this universe. Meanwhile, all the main characters were betrayed and killed by Akashic in the end. I'd rather die by accident than be killed by someone. And even Chevrolet twisted the story saying it was Akashic who eliminated Alice, when he couldn't even solo her throughout the story. Even in Sylvana's Tinted Mirage, where she sought help to defeat Alice, all Akashic could do was offer advice. Sylvana described Alice as invincible and nearly impossible to defeat.
I sought an alliance with House Alvin, but their lord asked for something almost impossible. He said, if I could defeat Alice, he would help us. Akashic, welcome.
Your Highness.
Alice seems to have gotten more power from the Abyss, defeating the Light's order in every battle.
You would like to know if I have any advice?
Meanwhile,
are you aware that Akashic and Lunox can defeat Alice with one blink? And Akashic is the only hero who killed Alice in the lore in another universe.
I know I'm a fat ass, and all of y'all are dumbasses. Ugly, 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 ugly. Probably all broke and all bitches.
Anyway, that's what I mean by a weak argument. In the main universe, Alice is very much alive and slain. And that Sylvana saying Alice is impossible to defeat is in the main universe. As for Cluster being able to clone Alice, it's expected since he's even cloned gods, so of course he'd clone Queen Alice too, especially he seemed to idolize her.
It is a memorable honor to hear the Blood Queen call me a friend.
And it's not like he captured the real Alice. He only has her clone, and even the knockoff Alice is still leading the pack of clones, so stay mad.
I can't believe the Blood Queen is so strong. Even my magic can't withstand the darkness.
More misinformation to come.
We're in this together, girl. It's time we end the Alice Glazers once and for all.
And for all.
What the hell?
Avengers!
My lunox can just snap you out of reality.
Okay, Thor, hit me.
I'm coming for you, Chevrolet. Oh my god.
You're not going anywhere. Let's settle this once and for all.
Why you have a male voice?
None of your business.
Seems like Alice gave you the power of her blood magic. Perfect. Abyssal Devil is with me too.
This little insect is trying to fight me. Are you serious?
You can't beat the Abyssal Devil within me. Climb.
Oh, don't underestimate blood magic, boy.
I'm coming for you, Chevrolet.
Sorry, not sorry.
His blood magic is to grade. I need help, you guys!
No.
I wonder why